Hello, welcome to an end of month summary for EliteFX. Now, I just want to do a very quick video and just go through how the month has gone for both EliteFX600 and Alpha-Centauri. There's two very important updates that I do want to give to you guys, but they can wait until the end. So, let's see what we've achieved for the month. Firstly, before we do that, I just want to say how incredibly grateful the team are for everybody who is invested, not just for investing your money, but for having the understanding for the times that we've gone through. There's been some huge events again, which I'm going to touch upon in a minute, and every single one of the investors has understood how we've managed the trades and how well we've done, and they haven't batted an eyelid when we've gone into drawdown. So yeah, just a huge thank you for all of the investors and your understanding there. So let's start off with Alpha-Centauri. This has just jumped up today. So within 1 month of operating, because this started on the 16th of November, in 1 month we have $201,000 invested. Now that is incredibly breathtaking. I'm very, very impressed with that fund. It's currently averaging approximately 0.5% per day return on your investment. Now, there was a huge catastrophic event on Euro US dollar. In fact, I don't even want to smile about it because it wasn't too funny for a lot of the funds that were trading purely Euro US dollar. Now, like I say, I'm incredibly confident in the Alpha-Centauri algorithm. We only touched upon 19% drawdown when, I don't want to mention any names, but there were a lot of big funds that blew. One of the funds had over $1 million invested from investors, and that's blew. That completely blew. And like I say, Alpha-Centauri only touched on 19% drawdown. So for a fund that only trades Euro US dollar, you've got to take your hats off to David and the algorithm that he's put together. It's an absolute beast, and I'm just very, very excited for the future as to what Alpha-Centauri is going to bring. So moving on to EliteFX600, that averaged nearly double. It did. In fact, it was just over 1% per trading day that EliteFX600 managed, which again is just phenomenal. And if you look at the copying capital, within 1 month, we have $780,000 invested. So across both the funds, that's $980,000, with $20,000 away from $1 million invested. Now, that's not to blow our own horn. Again, sorry, not to blow our own trumpet. This is to just say how thankful we are as a team for everybody invested. So, like I say, we had the Euro US dollar event, which again, just moving forward with this, Alpha-Centauri may or may not have 1 or 2 days where we decide to completely turn it off. If we think there's going to be another huge catastrophic financial event like this here, this period, we're going to turn it off just to preserve our investors' capital. Now, we'd rather not gain 1 or 2% over the course of 2 days, 3 days, rather than just risk losing so much. This is the thought process of David, who is running the fund. So like I say, rather than just nicking a couple of percent, it's better to preserve the capital of everybody invested. I hope this gives you a bit of reassurance. The second event, EliteFX600, as you can see, the last week or so, maybe a bit more, we've been stuck in one trade. The odd chief, or Australian dollar Swiss franc, it's just one of those things. Dean predicted it to drop at a certain point, and unfortunately it just turned into one of the slowest moving pairs possible, and every time that it went to dip down, it bounced back up. So at that point, I actually had a call with Dean today, and we just made a group decision on it. So all I really want to sort of convey to you guys is, once it gets to the point where it's not moving the way that we want to, rather than sit in the trade for another 2 or 3 weeks, crossing our fingers and hoping it goes the way that we originally planned, we'd rather just cut for a 1.5% loss and just move on to another trade where we can just make more money. Because every day that we're stuck in that trade, we're not going to be trading other pairs, just purely to protect the capital of the fund and everybody invested. We don't want to have 5 or 6 trades on at once, whilst one of them we're uncertain about. So overall, over the Australian dollar and Swiss franc trade, we did make profit. We banked a few percent. We might have ended it with a 1.5% loss on the final close of positions, but like I say, overall we made profit, and it's just the final figure for the month that matters. So it's looking like for the month we made 21.55%. And for that being the first month, and considering the events with the euro US dollar that we was in that trade, it just shows how much potential this fund has got. It's just looking absolutely incredible. And again, I keep saying it, but I'm so excited for the future of both of these funds. They just look absolutely incredible. So moving on to the announcements that I've got. The first one is referring your friend. Now, I did say at the very beginning, once we hit 300 copiers, which we're only 14 away from, I believe, once we hit 300 copiers, we're doing a giveaway. And we aren't giving away 50 quid. We're not giving away a free month in our betting group. We're giving away £1,000 to £1,000 with cash and prizes, and we're giving away that to the top 3 referrals. So number 1, hats off to Gary from Number One Tipster. I don't really want to say too much, but I believe he's giving all of his winnings to the group for Christmas prizes, which, hats off to you, Gary. That's very, very generous, and yeah, fair play to you. Number 2, who has stormed into number 2 just in the last week or so, is a bloke called Chris, or Tiff. That's some of you know him by, so well done, Tiff. And in 3rd place, we have Prashant. So when we hit 300 copiers, and once we do what I'm going to announce in a minute, this is when we will announce how much everybody's getting and what the prizes are, and etc. So the second announcement is, because we are nearing 300 copiers, and IC Markets is the easiest broker by far to use. Like, this is the one that we're telling everyone to use, and we're giving tutorials on it. Because this is the easiest one, we're just going to open EliteFX600 So we're going to open a second fund, and it's going to mirror all of the trades in real time. So it's going to be all of the exact same trades, the exact same time that we're opening them and closing them. Just for ease, just for you guys, just to make everything so easy. So you're not having to go with a different broker for now. So the minimum investment for the new fund is going to be 1,200. Now, we might do an introductory period for people who haven't managed to get into EliteFX600, where maybe we drop the price to 600 for the first 25 or 50 people, just to catch a few stragglers. But then after that, we will be increasing the minimum investment to 1,200. So yeah, those are the 2 investments. The 2 announcements: the £1,000 giveaway, and also the new fund that we are releasing. But overall, like I say, just to summarise, 0.5% per day for Alpha-Centauri on average, and 1% per average day on EliteFX600. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Let's see what the year 2021 brings. I'm not going to speak to you until after Christmas, I believe. So just a Merry Christmas from the EliteFX team, from me, Dean, Dave, Rab, everyone in Elite Betting. Just Merry Christmas, and thank you very, very much for being invested in us. We really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you very much, and have a great Christmas. Bye.